Okay, so I was at this bookstore the other day,
Mm.
and it was in this like really cool old theater.
Oh, wow.
But I realized that the reason I loved it so much was because of the ceiling.
Oh, interesting.
It was this like deep blue with all this ornate plaster. It
Wow.
just totally set the mood.
Right.
And I realized that
Yeah.
I feel like we always kind of ignore ceilings.
Oh, totally we do.
Like it's just kind of there.
Yeah, they're the forgotten
Yeah.
fifth wall.
But statement ceilings are apparently like a huge trend.
Yeah.
You sent over like a ton of articles
Yeah.
about them.
They're really taking over right now, it seems like.
So what is the big deal with these statement ceilings? Why are they suddenly like
Well,
the thing?
I think we're finally tapping into the psychology of a space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about how a darker hue overhead can feel really intimate,
Yeah.
like a cozy embrace almost.
Yeah.
You know, you see that in restaurants a lot.
Oh.
Like darker ceiling colors
Mhm.
to make it feel close,
That makes sense.
but a lighter, airier ceiling
Yeah.
will open up a room
Mm-hmm.
and make it feel so much more spacious.
Yeah. So it's not just about like
That we-
what it looks like, but how you feel
Yeah, exactly.
when you're in there.
Exactly.
So how do you
It's about feeling.
you achieve that?
It is about feeling.
Is it just about like crazy colors?
Color definitely plays a role.
Okay.
And these articles highlighted some cool trends.
Yeah.
Jewel tones,
Mm-hmm.
like emerald or sapphire.
Yeah.
If you have high ceilings,
Yeah.
that's where you want to go
Yeah.
because it's dramatic, but it doesn't close it in.
Right.
But if you have lower ceilings,
Yeah.
then you might want to look at softer pastels
Okay.
to keep it light and airy.
That's smart.
So it's definitely about strategy with the colors,
Yeah.
not just grabbing whatever looks pretty
Right.
out of the can.
Yeah. But what about,
Mhm.
I don't know, like adding some, I don't know, a little something extra
Uh-huh.
beyond just the color?
Well, there's techniques.
Okay.
You know, one article talked about the contrasting edge trend.
Wow.
Like, imagine you have a bold ceiling color,
Yeah.
and then you have a crisp contrasting neutral on the walls.
Yeah.
And it gives this really cool depth,
Oh, like you're framing.
like you're framing the
yeah.
ceiling.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
What other techniques are people doing? Like to add something?
Well, some are going all in on texture with faux finishes,
Ooh.
like sponge painting for a subtle texture,
Yeah.
or even a metallic glaze that catches the light differently.
Wait, metallic glaze
Yeah.
on the ceiling?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty intense.
Well, it is.
Like you've got to have some serious skills.
You do. You do.
I'm not sure I could pull that off.
Right.
What if
If you're not a DIYer,
Exactly.
then there's always wallpaper.
Oh.
And it is not your grandma's wallpaper anymore.
It's like, think bold, oversized botanicals. For like a modern twist on it.
Oh, okay.
Or even metallic Art Deco patterns. Wallpaper on the ceiling. I'm like having flashbacks right now to like some very questionable choices.
It can be a lot, yeah.
So this is a good thing now.
It can be. It can be. You just got to choose the right pattern. Be
Yeah.
intentional with it.
Okay.
But the good news is
Yeah.
peel and stick.
Oh, okay.
So even renters can do it.
Okay, peel and stick. That changes things.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got paint.
Right.
We've got wallpaper.
Mm-hmm.
What if I want something like
Yeah.
really unique?
Murals.
Ooh.
And we're not just talking kids' rooms.
Mm.
Like imagine a celestial scene on your bedroom ceiling
Oh.
or in a nursery, like a dreamy cloudscape.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't it cute?
A starry night ceiling?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But murals sound kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
Like, what if I'm not
If you don't want to DIY,
artistic?
right.
What if I want something big but not DIY?
Architectural details.
Okay.
Coffered ceilings.
Yeah.
You know those grid-like sunken panels?
Oh, yeah.
Those are super classic,
Yeah.
especially for more traditional rooms.
So elegant.
Yeah, it's very elegant.
Yeah.
Like brings in that library vibe.
Yes.
Yes.
What about something a little more
But then there are
modern?
tray ceilings.
Hmm.
So the center or the perimeter is recessed,
Yeah.
adds a lot of dimension and depth,
So cool.
creates a focal point.
Yeah, I could picture that in a dining room and
Yeah.
then like a big chandelier
Ooh.
coming down.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of lighting,
Yeah.
that's got to be a big part of
That's everything.
this whole statement ceiling thing.
You could have the coolest ceiling,
Yeah.
but if it's not well lit,
It's pointless.
it's pointless.
like trying to look at a painting in
Is
a dark room.
You need the light to appreciate it.
Okay, so how do you make sure it's properly lit?
Well, There's a few strategies these articles highlight.
Oh, okay.
First, statement fixtures,
Yeah.
like chandeliers or pendant lamps.
Mm-hmm.
Those will draw the eye upward.
So people look up at
Excellent.
your awesome ceiling.
Yes.
Okay, but what about like highlighting
They've also
out
got recessed lighting.
Mm,
If you've got like coffered sections
Yeah.
or exposed beams you want to emphasize.
yeah.
And then there's track lighting,
Ooh,
which is flexible.
yeah.
You can point it right where you want it.
Oh, that's perfect for like
Yeah, perfect
a
for
wallpaper pattern.
a wallpaper pattern.
And then
Don't forget.
what about indirect lighting?
Yeah, indirect lighting.
Like I love cove lighting,
Cove lighting is beautiful.
especially around like a tray ceiling.
Oh, yes.
It's a
Especially it creates that
Christmas.
soft glow.
Elegant.
It's so elegant.
Yeah.
Adds depth.
We've talked about a lot of different ideas.
We have.
Do these articles have like
They do.
specific room by room advice?
Yeah, they do.
Like what works best for a living room?
They suggest a moodier hue for the living room.
Hmm.
Maybe coffered details, recessed LED strips
Oh,
for that lounge vibe.
I love a dark living room.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Like imagine deep velvety blue
Mm.
with
Yeah.
warm light washing over it.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
But what about a bedroom?
The bedroom, you want to be more tranquil.
Yeah, definitely more relaxed.
Night sky, mural, soft pastel paint,
Okay.
or even textured wallpaper.
That's a good idea.
Create that retreat.
The night sky.
Oh, yeah.
That's so dreamy.
It is dreamy.
Okay, so we've got living rooms, we've
Yeah.
got bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
What about something like a dining room?
A dining room, they suggest being bold.
Oh,
Like a
legit.
rich, saturated paint color
Yeah.
or metallic wallpaper.
Mm.
Like bringing that fine dining
Oh,
experience and all
the
of that.
metallic
Yeah.
ceiling.
It's very,
Yeah.
very chic.
Great.
What about a kitchen?
Kitchens are interesting
Yeah,
because they can be tricky,
they can be.
but exposed beams or a coffer design
Mm.
can really define the cooking zone,
Oh, that's a good point.
especially an open concept.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if you want to keep it bright and airy,
Yeah.
you could do light paint colors,
Mm-hmm.
subtle paneling.
Okay, what about the bathroom?
Bathroom is another tricky one
Yeah.
with the moisture,
Yeah.
but moisture-resistant wallpaper is your friend.
Okay.
And some designers are doing painted wainscoting on the ceiling.
On the ceiling.
Yeah.
For a spa-like feel?
Yeah, like a spa.
I've never seen that.
It's interesting.
And you know what else you can do?
What?
Mirrors.
Mirror?
Reflect the design. Make
Yeah.
the space feel bigger.
Yeah,
That's a good idea.
it's a good trick.
No matter what room it is,
Exactly.
you've got to think about lighting.
Lighting is key.
It's the key.
It's the key to making it all come together.
It pulls it all together.
Layering all the different types like
Yeah.
chandelier,
Yeah.
recessed track
Exactly.
creates such a nice,
Nice.
balanced look.
Balanced.
Yeah.
And don't forget about cove lighting.
Cove lighting.
It really does add that
Oh my gosh.
dreamy.
It's like the best.
It is.
So we've barely scratched the surface.
We have not.
Yeah.
But so much.
Now, before we go on
Yeah.
to part 2,
Yes.
let's just take a moment to look up
Look up.
at your own ceilings
Yeah.
and think about the possibilities.
Think about what you could do.
what statement could you make
Yes.
with that fifth wall?
With that forgotten wall.
And we'll be back soon
Yeah.
to explore even more
To explore more
ideas for your ceilings.
fun ideas. You know, when we were just talking about all those room-specific ideas,
Yeah.
I was thinking about how the ceiling can really tie a whole room together.
It's true. Like if your living room ceiling is like dark and dramatic, you're probably going to pick furniture and like decor that matches that vibe.
Right. Exactly.
Like maybe some velvet, some warm lighting.
Yeah, exactly.
It all kind of comes together.
And one of the articles you sent really stressed that, like, you don't want your statement ceiling to just be like this random thing.
Right.
It has to be like part of the conversation with the rest of the room.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like any design. It's
Yeah.
all about balance.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want like a super modern minimalist ceiling
Right.
with a room full of antiques.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
It would be very strange.
Yeah.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yes.
where everything kind of goes together.
Exactly.
Speaking of balance,
Yeah.
another article talked about ceiling height.
Oh, yes. That's a big one.
Like that definitely sets some boundaries.
Yes, absolutely.
You don't want to make a low ceiling
No.
feel even lower.
No, you don't.
It's already low.
So they were saying if you have lower ceilings,
Stick to lighter hues and smaller patterns
makes sense.
so it doesn't feel cramped.
Yeah.
But if you've got high ceilings,
Oh, then you can go crazy.
you go wild.
Go wild.
Big patterns, dark colors.
Yeah. It's like a giant canvas up there.
It really is.
It's amazing.
So it's not just about the like size of the pattern or how
Yeah.
bright the colors are. It's also about the
scale.
the scale of the things on the ceiling.
Exactly.
A tiny little pattern would
Yeah.
get lost in a giant room.
Totally lost, yeah.
It'd be like whispering in a cathedral. You didn't hear anything.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So scale is key.
Scale is key.
Yeah.
You got to make sure it matches
Yes.
the proportions of your room.
The proportions of your room.
All right, so we've talked about color,
Yeah.
pattern,
Mm-hmm.
texture, architectural details,
Yeah.
lighting, ceiling height.
We've covered a lot.
Is there anything else we should keep in mind?
Well, one of the articles talked about like
Yeah.
balancing the rest of the space, which I thought was interesting.
I don't really know what that means.
It's basically if your ceiling is like the star of the show,
Yeah.
you want to tone down the other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Now, you know,
Like you don't want
so it's not too much.
everything to be screaming for attention.
Exactly. Exactly.
So if you have a dramatic wallpaper on your ceiling,
yeah.
maybe you want plain white walls
Exactly.
or like a really simple rug,
Simple rug, yeah.
just so the ceiling can
Make him shine.
shine.
Yeah.
But what if you like want to bring in some of the ceiling colors or patterns into the rest of the room?
You can do that.
Get you that without...
They suggested
Yes.
bringing in the accent color from the ceiling
Yeah.
in smaller decor items,
Okay.
like throw pillows, artwork,
Yeah.
like pops of color that connect back to the ceiling.
Oh, I like that.
So it flows.
Yeah, it ties it all together.
Exactly.
Neat.
Exactly.
You know, it's funny you said that about statement ceilings being
Yeah.
a reflection of your personal style.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's so true. I think that's why this whole trend is so exciting.
Yeah.
It's not about following rules.
Yeah.
It's about using the ceiling as your own canvas.
Exactly.
But you
Exactly.
get your own.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
think it's
good.
a shift away from those like
Yeah.
showroom perfect rooms
Yeah.
to like
More personality.
your personality. Yeah.
And individuality.
Exactly.
Statement ceilings are a perfect example.
They are.
Break free from the rules.
Yeah.
Make something unique.
And personal.
Yeah.
And there are so many ways to do it.
There are.
It's incredible.
You can go all out.
Yeah.
Or you can just do like a bold paint color,
Totally.
you know?
It's up to you.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, not at all.
Just have fun with it.
Just have fun. Yeah.
And find a design you love.
Exactly.
So before we move on to the last part of our deep dive,
To the last part.
why don't we just look up,
At your own ceilings.
Yeah.
And just imagine.
imagine all the possibilities.
I am so ready to like grab a paintbrush and go to town on my ceiling
I know, right?
after talking about all this stuff.
I'm feeling inspired.
I know.
It's amazing how much potential there is just
Yeah.
right above our heads.
Yeah, we just walk around every day,
Yeah.
not even noticing them.
Totally.
And it takes like a deep dive like this to make
Yeah.
you realize.
I know.
You know what else one of these articles said?
Hmm.
That statement ceilings
Yeah.
aren't just a trend.
Right.
It's like a bigger shift
Yeah, they were saying that.
in how we see our homes.
Exactly.
What kind of shift is that?
Well, for a long time,
Yeah.
it was all about those like perfect
Yeah.
showroom homes.
Yeah.
Right?
Like out of a magazine.
Like right out of a magazine.
Yeah.
And now it's all about
Yeah.
personality.
Individuality.
Yeah, make it your own.
Exactly.
Not just follow the rules.
Yeah. And statement ceilings
Yeah,
are a great example of that.
they really are.
Like you can really break free
Yeah.
and do your own thing.
Your ceiling becomes like
It does.
this canvas for you to express yourself.
Yes.
And there are no limits.
Yeah.
You can go as crazy as you want.
You know, as we've been talking about this,
Yeah.
I realize we haven't really talked about
Hmm.
the element of surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
How does that play into ceilings?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
When you walk into a room
Yeah.
and there's this awesome statement ceiling,
Yeah.
you don't expect it.
Right.
It's not the first thing you see.
Yeah.
You look around and then you look up. You're like, whoa. And you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And it adds this whole other dimension.
It does. It makes
You
fun
know,
of the room.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
It's like this little secret. It is. It's like a hidden.
Waiting to be discovered.
Yes.
I like that.
And it evokes emotion,
Yeah.
like a sense of wonder,
It really does.
whimsy.
Yeah. It changes how you feel.
Yeah. It totally changes how you feel.
It's in the space.
It's not just about how it looks.
Yeah.
It's about how it makes you feel.
It really is.
Yeah. And that's what's so cool about this.
I know. It's so fun.
It's not just like pretty for pretty's sake.
Yeah. It's like a whole experience.
Exactly. It's a whole experience.
So if we could give our listeners
Yeah.
one piece of advice
Okay.
about statement ceilings,
What would it be?
what would it be?
Don't be afraid to go bold.
Ooh.
Don't be afraid to think outside the box.
Yes.
Let your creativity shine.
And have fun.
Have fun. Yes.
Like, this should be fun.
Exactly.
It's about expressing yourself.
Yeah, design's about...
And finding what you love.
Yes.
Oh.
So before we wrap up, I
Yeah.
have one last question.
Okay, hit me with it.
Think about everything we've talked about.
Hmm.
What unexpected element
Yeah.
could you bring to a statement ceiling
Ooh, that's a good one.
to make it your own?
Make it your own, yeah.
How can you push the boundaries?
Yeah, what would make it special?
How can you make it personal?
We want to hear your ideas.
Yes, go to our website or our social media.
Yeah, share them with us.
We'd love to see.
So when it comes to statement ceilings,
Yeah.
the only limit is your imagination.
That's right. So look up, get creative.
And let your ceiling shine.
Not them shine.
That's a wrap on our statement ceiling deep dive.
It is.
Until next time,
Until next time.
happy designing.
you.